Hello, you're watching The Pitch and I'm Sarah Allen. Increasingly, investors are interested in customising their portfolios, and that's where separately managed accounts or SMAs can come in. Here today to take us through SMAs is Anthony Golowenko from MLC Asset Management. Anthony, thank you so much for joining me today.
Great to be here.
So to begin with, this increasing popularity in customisation, what sort of trends are you starting to see and have you seen across your managed account journey?
Sure, for us, inherently the flexibility of structure. So we've got transparency in components, we've got a wide range of available investment solutions, so at an asset class, sub-asset class, or even into direct shares. So invariably, the degree of customisation or how and where these can be utilised for investment outcomes and investor need is really limited only by one's imagination. For MLC Asset Management, we're partnering with a wide range of what we see as high quality, high calibre managers right across the world, and bringing those strategies, launching them in Australia as an on-platform solution, yeah, it's enormous. So tailoring might be, can mean different things to different people. It may be an advisor's logo on a report. It may be, a separate or different structure around their direct shares portfolio. But all of those things open up, and hence it's a flexible solution, transparency, and then works naturally with a customised or degree of tailoring in that spectrum.
What type of customisations are popular now compared to when you first started offering these types of products?
Again, if I think of an individually managed account, which would have been a very high balance, investors, it may have had some unlisted pieces around it. I think the customisation now is, as a core, the SMA can reside and sit there at, for us in our program, from a conservative 30% growth assets allocation right the way through to a high growth 98% allocation. So a core that can have a specific role to play. And then if there is, an unlisted pieces or a high net worth and interesting things they want to pursue, all of that fits in really well. So a core satellite, whether that's specific funds or individual investments, or maybe take someone from Perth with a very large or inherited Wesfarmers position. I can't give tax advice, but that might be something you would have to the side of your core SMA program. So it can be a wide range of things, and we're only really getting started in that journey, all of which underpinned by platform technology, which just continues to improve and improve.
What are some things you've learned along the way that have surprised you about SMAs and how investors are using them?
I think the obvious thing is, what is an SMA? It's even within our business, the sorts of conversations. So how is it different? How is it different to a managed fund? In MLC's case, how is it different to a multi-active product? And the reality is, it's not that different. It's the same investment team, it's the same governance structure, it's the same processes around it, but put in a contemporary, on-platform, flexible solution. I think one of the things we've learned along the way is a requirement beyond as much as in investments, and we like to talk about the various features. What are the benefits? Just show me, why does this exist? So our communication channel, much more, direct, much more direct to advisor, something that can really bring clients along on that journey and holds us to account in the decisions we make, the portfolio positioning we have, and ultimately how we bring that together in our program.
How has this and the trends you're seeing shifted your approach to offering these SMAs over time?
Where we started, coming up on 5 years ago, was really looking at the majority of investments from moderate 50 to a balanced 70 and a growth 85. Now we realised relatively quickly, to be implemented as a full practice solution, we needed a conservative option and a high growth option. We also have our full premium, full active suite. We've realised that there may be a different price point. So our value series has selective index components that sit along our belief in active, high conviction management. So growing in that spectrum, and I think I'll elaborate on this shortly, but as we grow, as we scale, taking that size into scale, reinvesting in our program, and really bringing a whole lot of active components at a competitive price point and reinvesting that back into our strategies. So that's, in a nutshell, what we've learned along the way.
How have you factored less liquid assets and the growing popularity of, say, private equity into your portfolio?
Great question, and that's really, if it was to be what's different about SMAs, how do I use them? By definition, can be a fund or investment made today. It could be a redemption, a pension payment. All of those things happen within a platform and within the programs. So less liquid assets can be incorporated. We need to be considered in how we do factor them in. So for MLC, we're not going to have a whole range or fill our managed accounts or any of our strategies up with internal product. Selectively, where we have really strong capability, we'll do so. But otherwise, we're looking at things like credit. We selectively there's unlisted components and things like loans within our own real return alternatives program. Things like investment, insurance-related investments, private equity can form part of that. They do have a valuable role to play, particularly in the diversity and resilience. So as an outright on-platform solution, things that aren't daily liquid, can't go directly in, we are able to capture those through things like our real return inflation plus derivatives and derivatives within that also.
And how did you develop the current model portfolios that you offer, and how many options do you offer?
Think about MLC, and many people are familiar with the name, perhaps not as familiar with MLC Asset Management. Oh, wow, you've got this whole asset institutional investment team of north of 40 investment professionals. But we've been doing multi-asset, multi-manager investment solutions or portfolio constructing for nearly 40 years. So the heritage of Horizon Series, multi-active, it's that same team and thinking and processes, those dedicated asset allocation resources into our managed accounts. So we've brought all of those things and met that with a clear communication. There's a whole range of investment professionals outside of our core asset management or investment management business around investment operations, performance, our client-facing marketing teams, all of that come together in that way. And we've been recognised with really strong ratings by SQM, been recognised in the industry. And that's really pleasing, not just to me, be able to be the face of our strategies, but right across the team, and we're all on this journey together. So that's very, very pleasing. You did ask me about strategies that we have in our core solutions. We have 5 premium models, fully active across all components, and we have 5 value series, which are predominantly active with some index components. So in all, 10 models, and that's rolled out really, really well across a wide range of platform providers, and something that continues to, touch wood, continues to grow.
And what's the difference between the core options and the value options?
Yeah, the main difference is really to achieve a more competitive pricing point. So it comes down to a component of the Australian shares, a component of global shares being indexed, and that bringing at an aggregate level our fees down to a slightly lower price point. Now there's a whole lot of active components within our listed real assets, alternatives, fixed income program, and things like emerging markets and Aussie small caps. So there's a whole lot of active, but that's really the difference that we see. Providing choice for advisors, providing an ability for clients to choose which naturally aligns with their preferences in a flexible solution.
Thank you for taking us through these today.
It's been my pleasure.
If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Livewire Markets for more great content. Thank you for watching.